Christine Bacon. I'm the co-artistic director of Ice and Fire Theatre Company. It's a theatre company that explores human rights stories through performance.
Migration is a social phenomenon which requires multilateral and intelligent action by states. Criminalisation is a disproportionate measure which exceeds a state's legitimate interest in controlling its borders.
The main thing we try and do at Actors for Human Rights is humanise people, rather than saying, these are people who are talked about in the headlines, actually going behind the headlines and going, okay, these are individuals who have lives, have opinions, and have stories to tell, so let's hear them.
How can I explain to them what happened with the Home Office? My wife is always upset, because for 4 years now I haven't seen her. Since the Home Office has had my passport, more than 15 other relatives and friends have died, and I can't go. When I walk in the road, all I see is black. I don't know if it's day or night. I brought some new shirts, but I've not taken them out of their bags. What will I wear them for? I lost my heart.
I live in suspense, always. Every day I wake up and think, maybe this is my last day here. The psychological impact is very deep and complex. Whenever I get on the underground or jump on the bus, I feel like the visa of illegality is stuck on my back.
Ice and Fire began in 2003, and it was somebody called Sonia Linden who founded it. She worked at the Medical Foundation for the Care of Victims of Torture, and she heard a lot of stories that she thought, oh, these need to be heard, these need to be told.
Papers, papers, papers! Sincerely, my life will change. My mental state will change. Because now, the illegals, we're always living with fear that we will get caught.
And so she started a theatre company to do this through theatre. And I joined Ice and Fire in 2006 because I had an idea about getting actors together who would volunteer their time to read out people's real words, things that people had really said about their lives to audiences across the country. So that was called Actors for Human Rights, and they decided at Ice and Fire, yes, okay, we'll do this as our outreach work. And that happened. We launched that in June 2006, and then I became the co-artistic director a few months ago. And the company itself has taken on a really human rights focus since then.
To demonstrate for legal recognition and against restrictive immigration policies affecting them. Some of their placards read,
We decided not to be invisible anymore.
We are not criminals, we are workers and we deserve respect.
Who will pick your fields and build your houses?
Who will pick your tomatoes?
The ones we're working on now, we're doing one about the counter-terror legislation in the UK, human trafficking and poverty and homelessness, and older people and human rights. So lots of very happy topics. Yeah. But these are voices. The objective is getting voices heard that are never really heard.
Actually, last year, Ecuador's new constitution recognised this and introduced the concept of universal citizenship and recognised migration is a human right.
Thank you for speaking with me. It is not often I meet people like you who are interested in asking about what I have experienced. A single individual is a big issue. It's a universe.
Next plans, just keep going, keep growing, keep getting the word out there. We just want to get to as many places as possible and have as many people as possible hear these stories and just get to grips with what immigration actually is, rather than becoming hysterical about it, going, okay, these are the stereotypes, what's behind that stereotype? And usually it's just courageous, industrious, fascinating individuals.